discussing the nature of Lingabhirvi, Dhyanalinga, Adiyogi, and other deities propagated by the Isha Foundation and constructed by Sri Jaggi Vasudev Ji, and providing answers to the questions posed by their followers on the subject of the single authority of the term Sadguru by a member of the Swami Rupeshwaranand Ashram. Question number 1. Is Sadguru a person's name, or is it a title used for all great saints and enlightened beings? If it is a title, why is Sri Jaggi Vasudev Ji addressed specifically as Sadguru? Couldn't Sadguru Jaggi Vasudev Ji have also been used? Why was the term Sadguru patented, and why is it exclusively associated with Sri Jaggi Vasudev Ji? Answer. Sadguru is a description of a guru who has arisen from inner experience, not from any learned knowledge gathered from scriptures. Sadguru is used to address Sadguru Jaggi Vasudev, and some close associates also refer to him as Jaggi. It's not someone else's exclusive privilege to decide how or what to call a person, it's their own right. Who has patented the name Sadguru? Answer. In response, internal experience is not possible without knowledge, and knowledge is not possible without a guru. The knowledge in scriptures is not some printed fictional story, it is the essence of the deep penance of our sages and seers. And those sages were not ordinary, even deities bowed before them. If the meaning of Sadguru is not Sri Jaggi Vasudev, then why does the Isha Foundation website only say Sadguru? This means that Sadguru is equivalent to Sri Jaggi Vasudev, and they have no objection to it. It means they have declared themselves as the sole Sadguru, making Sadguru synonymous with their name. Creating Sadguru.org, it is registering or patenting the term Sadguru. Question number 2. Does Sri Jaggi Vasudev follow the principles of Sanatan Dharma, Hinduism? What influences his ideology and path? Whom does he consider as his role model? The answer should be clear, without any ambiguity, which is often given by Sri Jaggi Vasudev. Answer. As mentioned earlier, Sadguru is a guru who arises from inner experience and he has no lineage, so this question is irrelevant. Have you patented Sanatan Dharma, that it should only be called so if practiced or endorsed by certain individuals? Beings came first, and religion came afterward. No one has patented how a religion should be. The main principle of Sanatan Dharma is that there can be many paths, but the goal is one. Sadguru has always said that his guru is Palni Swami, and all the tools prepared by Sadguru are based entirely on his own experience and the knowledge derived from it. Answer. In response, as you mentioned, Sri Jaggi Vasudev have become Guru through inner experience, and I have already answered this in the first point. However, regarding your question of have we patented Sanatan Dharma? We are all connected to Sanatan Dharma, we follow its principles and beliefs rather than rejecting it. Whether you choose to follow Sanatan Dharma or not is a personal choice. But misusing it for personal gain and criticizing it is neither appropriate nor acceptable. Millions of people follow the principles and rules of Sanatan Dharma, and no one has the right or permission to tamper with them. It is a matter deeply connected to the faith and sentiments of millions. And deceiving them is a serious offense. As for the question of whether the living beings came first or Sanatan Dharma, Sanatan means that which is eternal, and the soul is eternal, existing in an immortal form, which means it is Sanatan and true. The sages and saints have delved deep into spiritual practice to understand Sanatan Dharma, and they imparted that knowledge to society. They did not create the religion. If Sri Jaggi Vasudev created instruments based on his inner knowledge, why did he confuse society by giving them names related to Sanatan deities? Showing Adiyogi and Dhyanalinga as forms of Shiva, and Linga Bhairavi's composition with the words Linga and Bhairavi is also a symbol of Shiva and Shakti, eternal. If there is no connection to Sanatan Dharma, they could have chosen any other names, so why did they confuse society? The truth is that the rules of Sanatan Dharma have been manipulated for personal gain, and they need to answer for this. The question remains the same. Does Sri Jaggi Vasudev follow Sanatan Dharma? What influences their ideology and path? Whom do they consider as their ideal? A clear answer is needed, not circumvention, which is often provided by Sri Jaggi Vasudev. If Sri Jaggi Vasudev's Guru is Palni Swami, shouldn't be his responsibility to inform society about their Guru's lineage and emphasized the importance of their Guru's knowledge? What was the need to create new instruments? This suggests that there was a deficiency in their Guru's knowledge. Until now, all those who have appeared as Sadgurus, including sages, saints, and spiritual leaders, have followed a specific lineage. Despite attaining the highest spiritual realization, they did not deviate from the practices of Sanatan Dharma. Are Sri Jaggi Vasudev and their teachings also following the same lineage? Question number 3. If Sri Jaggi Vasudev follows the Sanatan Dharma, why is Lord Shiva presented as Adiyogi and the Shivalinga as Dhyanalinga? And from which scriptures of the Sanatan Dharma is the ritual of worshipping the Linga Bhairavi, a serpent with a severed middle portion, derived? Answer. Lord Shiva has many forms, all of which true gurus are aware of. Adiyogi is one of those forms. Kashi Vishwanath is Shiva, Arunachal is Shiva, Mahakal is Shiva, Rameshwaram is also Shiva. All lingas represent the form of Shiva, which cannot be denied. However, each linga has its own unique significance. Dhyana Linga describes a specific form of the linga where all 7 main chakras are active. It is akin to the description of a Swayambhu Linga. Calling it Dhyana Linga is more appropriate because there is only one like it. It is not necessary for any practice followed in Isha to be endorsed by any religious scripture. A living Guru is his own scripture and surpasses all religious texts. When you see a real Guru, discard the religious scriptures and approach the Guru. Our culture has always followed this. Krishna did not say that any religious text is beyond him, nor did Rama. Answer. In response, many avatars and forms of Lord Shiva are described in scriptures. Those you mentioned are all Jyotirlingas or established through Vedic rituals by sages. What is the form of Dhyanalinga? Where is it described in scriptures? What is its meditation mantra? What is the procedure, Vinyoga? Who are the sages associated with it? As for what you said, Sri Jaggi Vasudev is a living Guru. Well, spiritual guides are always living in a sense. The Guru principle is not a person, it represents the divine, and there is no distinction between Gurus. However, when the divine itself did not disregard scriptures, how can anyone else? What you said about Lord Krishna not mentioning any scriptures beyond him is untrue because in the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna himself said, Tasmat Shastram Pramanam, which means follow the scriptures as your evidence, perform actions according to the scriptures. So, how can someone become a guru against the scriptures? If you have this feeling or belief regarding scriptures, you are harming the sentiments and faith of millions of followers of Sanatan Dharma, which is unacceptable and intolerable for us, the adherents of Sanatan Dharma. Similarly, by presenting such ideas, Sri Jaggi Vasudev and the Isha Foundation are disregarding scriptures. Question 4. Is Sri Jaggi Vasudev prepared for scriptural discussions with religious scholars and experts on subjects such as Lingabharvi, Adiyogi, Dhyanalinga, and the worship of the untamed serpent, or does he only wish to limit himself to paid film stars who may not have any knowledge of religion? Answer. I have already answered all your questions earlier. Do you still want a Sadguru to come before you and engage in a debate? Answer. In response, the answers you provided are also far from scripture and not appropriate. They also disrespect and disregard religious texts. Nevertheless, I appreciate your efforts and attempt to express your views. You have patiently and humbly presented your arguments. In the end, I would like to say that this is a subject connected with Sanatan Dharma and the society. Therefore, Sri Jaggi Vasudev should provide answers himself, and that too before religious scholars. If he can play rugby with a film star, why should he be afraid to showcase his spiritual knowledge to the community of saints? We believe he should prepare for this.